obviously been a spot where teams don't always, I guess, wake up for it, but you guys seem to. What you make of the performance overall?
I thought this is the best we looked. Don't you guys think offensively, ball moved and played with pace? And I thought we did some good things. Guarded fairly well and rebounded well the first half. Not as well late, but I thought we looked pretty good. I thought Trey was obviously got us off to a great start, and Melvin's just, he's finding himself. Seemed like every game is getting better. So, but I thought everybody played well and contributed, and it was a good way to end the first season.
The bench struggled a little bit against Towson, and then Cole kind of rises to the occasion. What do you think of his performance tonight?
I thought he got off a lot of shots per minute. I actually thought it was great. Just he needs to see the ball go in the basket. He did, and that was good, and made a couple of athletic plays. So that was fun to see. I also thought Jaden Dawson played well, so that was good to see.
And then how would you evaluate the non-conference as a whole, 10-3?
If you look at record before the season started, I would say probably a B-. If you look at it that we played it without DP, I'd say probably a B+. I think the guys got better. Carolina would be a hard game regardless, but losing to Duke and Connecticut win, I think that I'm not saying we would have won, but I think having a full complement of players, I think could have been a different situation. But guys are learning to play through it, and hopefully we'll be better for it.
Well, a lot of times when we walk out, Cole's still out there shooting, and he comes early a lot of times. I just wondered if his work ethic is different, or do all these guys do that?
No, not everybody works like Cole. Cole's in the gym too much. He needs to go be a kid. He just is in the gym all the time, to the point where it's probably too much. But that's what he loves to do, and you can't keep him out of here. But he works hard, and he's got the best attitude as everybody can see. He tries so hard, and he hadn't had many things go right for him first semester. So it was good he's a good player, and it was good to see that ball go down a few times tonight.
Both teams hit 11 threes. What do you think of the defense and the offense? You've already commented on the offense. But
Yeah, I thought our defense wasn't bad. How many did they make late? They probably made, 4 or 5 in the last, 5 or 6 minutes or something like that. So to me, those don't count quite as much when the score's the way it was. But I thought we did a pretty good job. We're switching so much, and bigs aren't used to guarding three-point shooters, but for the most part, they did fine.
how do you approach Christmas break now with Darren and everybody? Does he go try to solve this on his own, or what's the status of Darren entering break?
Same as it was yesterday or this morning. I think he's doing well. That they're going to make a decision. That they've made a decision, which I don't disagree with it at all. That they want him to be as close to 100% as possible when he comes back, and he's just not quite there yet. But it's a day-to-day deal. He will be. So I wish he could have played tonight, but fact of the matter is the guys got some run and they did well. So hopefully, we'll give some other guys some opportunities. Will hopefully make us, deeper as we get into conference play.
Just to clarify, who do you mean by they when you said they made the decision about Darren?
Oh, his family.
Okay.
Yeah, his family. The thing about it is, we talked about this. We're in agreement with the family that he should not play until he feels good. We're in agreement. But I'm not. I'm not inside his head or his body that I can determine if he feels good enough or not. That's up to him. But he wants to be out there. He's just not quite ready.
And then what'd you make of forcing 16 turnovers tonight when you haven't been forcing too many?
No, we haven't been forcing any. But I did think our hands were more active, and we got our hands on more basketballs tonight, and which led to some transition deals. So you look at forcing 16 turnovers, but even a bigger stat to me would be having 13 steals out of 16 turnovers, because we're only averaging about 5 steals a game, so that was good.
And then one more specific thing, it felt like at the beginning of the game, you left both of the big men in with the first substitution, and then it ended up working out well because after the first time out they each scored, and then Davidson felt him out. I was just wondering maybe what made you decide to leave them both in and switch Jamari for El Marco, because it seemed to work pretty well.
I have no rhyme or reason for any of that, but since it worked, it was just well thought out, great coaching since it worked. So,
Were you worried about the backdoor cuts going in the game, and you took it away completely?
they got actually 2 to start the game, and one was a basket, the other one should have been. I was more worried about defending the arc and taking away the 3 and guarding their slips, and the slips are basically what led to their back doors. But we did an average job to above average job with that, probably.
How confident are you that this will be a very successful Big 12 season, looking at all the teams and where you
Define success. I think we'll get better. I think we'll have a good year. I think that we drew the number 1 and number 3 ranked team in the country. We drew them twice, so it's a hard schedule no matter what. So, and the other team that we played twice is K-State, and they handled us the last 3 times I think that we played over there. It's a hard schedule. But the thing about it is, I've always thought, the years that we won the league, if you're good enough to win the Big 12, you're one of the best teams in the country. If you're good enough to finish in the top 4 or 5 in the Big 12 now, you're one of the best teams in the country. I mean, there's a good chance a team that could finish 4th in our league could win a national championship and certainly make a Final Four. So it's a hard path, but it'll be good for everybody. It should be fun for the fans too.
Last one, Kansas City Chiefs today had a big announcement. Were you surprised, and what's your take on the move to Kansas?
Well, I'm not politically connected at all, but I think it's awesome, and to get them here. I also think it's pretty amazing, and I'm not politically connected, nor do I have a real opinion about it at all. But it seems like in the last 4 or 5 years, there's been a lot of good things happen to Kansas, and with businesses moving here and all this stuff, and I think that's a credit to our leadership, obviously the governor. So I think it's fantastic. I'm excited about it, which I think all Kansas should be excited about it. I'm sure there's people across the state line that probably don't feel that same sentiment, but it should. I won't be coaching here, so I won't benefit from it. But the bottom line is what is it going to be like 6 years from now? So the bottom line is, it's great for the state, though. I would think it's great.
All right, Coach, thank you.